All right, guys. What we got today? Tried to do this Black Ink Crew real quick. It's season 9, episode 10. Bye bye Atlanta. Okay, so we start off. We just in the shop, just chilling or whatever in the Atlanta shop. Remember they're in Atlanta. Um, and they're not doing nothing. They're just talking. It's Crystal, Puma, Tati, and Rock and Big Boy. Oh, and Young Bay. So basically, Bay just asking them about the night or whatever. Talking about, hey, Crystal, I heard you fell, whatnot. She like, yeah, I fell. Y'all know I'm clumsy and I got little feet or whatever. Okay, blah blah blah. Laugh about that. Then Puma says, yeah, everybody was twisted, everybody was drunk and shit. Like, yeah, we was a little faded, whatever, but Tati, yeah, we know Tati was real messed up. And I thought last week she said that she was going to celebrate naked with the one of the rappers, but I guess Puma said it was actually Ted. And I'm like, oh yeah, her drunk ass. Of course, he pushed her to the side because his girl was with him. Um, anyway, Puma continued to say, Kwani, since she's down there, she's looking for places to move and live there, like a permanent spot. Um, and so was Big Boy. He said, hey, I think I want to move down here too. So we just get the Kwani and Puma next. And they're not doing nothing but looking at some houses and just contemplating what they want to do. Because Puma's like, dang, I ain't really wasn't on his radar to move. Let's just say that. But you never know. All right, so then we flip back to the shop. Maybe like the next day or whatever, who knows. Um, and Caesar pops up and he's like, hey guys, I have this idea, whatnot. Like before we leave Atlanta and go back to New York, how about we throw like one more shindig? And, how about we make it an art gallery, just like we used to do back in New York at the 115th shop, I believe, the first or 113th shop. And they're all like, okay, cool, that sounds cool. You know what I'm saying? Let's get back to displaying art because, you're a tattoo artist. See, that means you know how to draw. And I think when Walter was there, he was into the arts as well. And he did those paintings and whatnot. So everybody's down with it. Catch 22. They only got 1 week to prepare. Okay, so we got Rock, Crystal, and Big Boy, which I just figured out his name was Spider. I know I'm like, he's too new, so that's why I didn't register it to my brain. But I think his name is Spider. But anyway, they're just talking and whatnot. They see Donna pulling up, so they're like, oh shoot, who gonna talk to her or whatever, because I don't know why they scared of her or whatnot. So they go answer the door. Hey Donna, how you doing? She's like, yeah, I'm good, whatever. I'm like, oh, we just wasn't so sure because you blocked us on social media or whatnot. Which, can we get over the being blocked and stuff like that on Instagram? It just doesn't really make any sense. Um, but anyway, she says, yeah, I blocked y'all because y'all don't support me. So if you don't support me, I don't want y'all watching me to support me. So, or just watching me, not supporting me, right? Okay. And they're like, okay, cool. And she said, well, y'all got my number as well. Like, I like forget social media stuff. Like, who cares who get blocked or who get unfollowed or followed or not? It's just weird to me because that's what they like. If you block me, it means you're not my friend type deal, and I think that's just kind of whack. But anyway, um, oh, so Crystal, they continue to say, well, have you talked to Young Bay or whatever? And then she's like, about what? And they're like, well, with that Asian hate crime stuff that going on or whatnot, she felt a little ways about what you posted. Like she made a comment about something, and the comment wasn't like the nicest comment. It was like she was like, yeah, I was just being an asshole in the moment. So Young Bae shouldn't be mad at me because we've been friends for like how long now. So if she got any type of problem, then maybe she should just call me and talk to me or whatnot. So she just tells them, well, tell her that I'm sorry. And I'm like, well, wouldn't you want to tell her that in person? which I think that's what they're always trying to tell her. Just call her, girl. Just call her. Okay, so we flip all the way back to New York, and we got Walter on the scene. So as we know, like a couple episodes back, well, at least the first few episodes, um, he was accused of breaking into the shop and stealing money, and I think jewelry as well. Um, they had a camera in the shop, and well, not in the shop, but outside the shop. So the person who walked past or walked in past the camera looked like a Walter type of dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? Had a hat on, had like a hoodie jacket or whatever, hands in a pocket. It just looked like a Walter type of body person or whatever, right? So everybody watching, everybody get their opinions, and kind of everybody agrees that dang, Walter do look just like you do. So maybe you might have took a little something. He admits to taking, like, he says, yes, Caesar, I had a little some backup issues with child support or something to that nature. So I took a little some out the register, but I was gonna pay it back, right? So Caesar's like, nah, man. Him and Teddy like, nah, man, I'm sorry. I know we've been friends for like ever all our lives and shit, but you can't be stealing from me, like, for real. That's just not cool. Like, they wanted to beat his ass and everything, you know how Teddy get. So they say, all right, dude, you fired. And anybody in the shop, y'all can't talk to him no more. You know how Caesar be. Anybody he done with, he expect the whole shop to follow, and I talk to them. I'm like, dude. So that's why nobody can talk to like Duchess. Um, Nobody could talk to old shit for a minute until he came back around. He was about to out Alex and Donna until, they fixed their little beef. Even though now they back beefing. But anywho, so Walter, he his girl suggests, how about you figure out who did it, and then we can go tell Caesar, and then we can clear your name. So he hires a private investigator, and he sits with the person, and he's like, all right, I'll ask you some questions or whatnot. So he says, okay, so what time did this break-in occur? Walter says between 1 and 4. Okay, what time did you leave the store? He said, I left the store about 10 o'clock. I took a lift. I got home about 10:30. I could probably show my receipt or my lift history, and you could probably most likely find it in there. They flipped to a confessional back when they asked him the same question, like, well, do you want to show us the receipt now? And he's like, no, not right now. Who cares? Right? So we flip back to that conversation. So did anybody see you leave the shop or the store? Did anyone see you getting a lift? Did anyone can verify that you got home or whatnot, or seen you go home? My wife was home, so she can let you know exactly when I got home. So the investigator says, all right, you know what? Give me, like, it's gonna take a week or so, week to 2 to a month. We don't know, but let me get my research on, and I'll let you know if you're guilty or not. And then we'll go from there. And he's like, oh, where? And he's like, yep, this is some serious stuff. So I'm gonna investigate. You guilty, I'll let you know. If you're not, I'll let you know, and then you can go on about your business. Oh yeah, side note, I did forget to mention when Walter came into the scene, his comedy thing was doing all right. You know what I'm saying? He's still working the stage, so I guess that's good. Okay, so we're back at the shop, like whatever day next comes around, and you know they're just working on their art basically. Everybody's gathering up, getting all their stuff together. Caesar pops in just to kind of get a feel for the room. They're all joking and stuff, doing impressions of Spider and shit. Having jokes, blah, blah, blah. So Caesar says, look, this event is important. I done hired a great event planner, and she is, I think her name is April Love. So somewhere based down in Atlanta. If y'all need her services, go ahead and look up. But anywho, um, Tati pulls Ted to the side, and she says, which confirms it. She's like, yeah, I was lit at the party, and I was just going through some things. So she wants to apologize for, pushing up on him a little bit in front of his girl. Because I don't know if she heard him or not. But, she's like, yeah, I'm coming into your room and I'm be naked, butt naked. You know what I'm saying? You deserve a little something, something, Teddy. And he's just looking at her like, all right, girl, I accept your apology. Let's just not go through that again because I'm just trying to be straight with my girl and I don't want her thinking nothing. So that's over and done with. Okay, so we get to the party and the setup is really nice. They got like all their art all over the walls, and they're gonna do a silent auction, sell some things, and whatever they sell, the proceeds is gonna go to, I think the organization was called Draw drawingart.org or drawing something.org. Sorry, it was just there and it just went away that fast. Young Bay walking to the spot, a nice pink dress, slit all the way up to the ass. I mean, I almost thought it was Donna walking up in there, okay, with them big old balloons back there, big Korean butt. And basically, she said she just came to slay because, all that Asian hate. She's just trying to prove a little something, something to somebody, whatever. Yeah, and the party is going on just well and everything. Puma, or not Puma. Yeah, Puma walks in with his girl. No. Caesar walks in with his girl, Suzette. And everybody's looking good, everybody's looking nice, and him and Puma talk for a little second or whatever. Because remember, Suzette is a realtor, and I think that's the house she might have picked out for them to check out while they were down there. And yeah, so Kwani's just like, yeah, I'm with moving to Atlanta. I really love it. And I'm just trying to convince Puma to come with me, basically. And Caesar and Suzette is basically encouraging it. So we'll see what happens, Puma. Ain't nothing wrong with Atlanta. Atlanta versus New York. I mean, a house versus the back. Well, it just depends because they don't want to live upstate New York, I'm sure. So come on down to Atlanta. I mean, I'm not in Atlanta, but I'm up north as well with this cold weather. But we hot in the summer in Michigan. I'm from Michigan. But if I had the choice, I would probably move. So go ahead, Puma. Okay, so the party is going off without a hitch. Ain't no fights, ain't no drama. It is actually going very, very well. And I'm assuming this might be the finale because it might not be. But the way Tati and Young Bae was talking, it was like, yeah, the place that I am in my life. I'm just so happy and I can't wait to get back to New York and, start this new journey. And, they was kind of talking that way. So I'm like, is this a finale? It is like episode 10, but I'm not sure. It might be short because of the COVID. So I don't really mind that, I guess. But anyway, party, right? Gala is winding down. Caesar jumps on the mic. Hey, everybody. Thank you for, coming out. Thank you for buying whatever you bought. Thank you for showing love. And we enjoyed ourselves down here in Atlanta and y'all Southern hospitality, blah, blah, blah. Then he says, Suzette, where you at, girl? Come on. And he's like, yeah, Suzette, you've been my girl, you've been my rock. I love you. We've been sticking by each other through this pandemic and, whatever other issues that they had to get through. And he pulls out a okay. So everybody thought it was a proposal, right? It's not a proposal. It's some diamonds. Not diamonds for the finger, diamonds for the ear. And it's like, what? Because everybody was building up to like, oh my God, he's going to do it. Is he going to do it? Like, it's building up. He gets on one knee. He opens it like this. And it's diamond earrings. Yeah. How did Suzette take her thought I was gonna be proposed to, and it turns out to just to be some goddamn earrings speech. Oh my god! You know what? I probably would have just left him right there where he stood on his damn knee. Um, she just says, "Oh," she laughs it off and said, "You know what? That's why he's my favorite asshole." Psh, favorite asshole, bitch? No, Caesar, where's my ring? I cannot believe he done did that. That is so wrong, Caesar. You know you was wrong for that. So, we get back to the party. Everybody's checking out their work, looking at the auction to see how much money some of their things are going for. And why did somebody break Rox's hand? Like, not his real hand, but he made a sculptured hand that was holding a sculptured tattoo gun. So it's kind of like sitting on the stand like this. They go back to check it, and it's like knocked over. The fingers is broke off, everything. So, ooh, unfortunately for you, he probably ain't gonna sell that one. I don't know what else he made, but that sucks. Um, let's see. Spider appreciates, the trip. He appreciates, all the crew of the shop. Um, Rock and Crystal, they're happy as well in their relationship, even though it got a little testy a couple weeks ago or a couple episodes ago, where she felt he wasn't sticking up for her. But you know what I'm saying? They got through it, so they're more happy for it. And you know what? Teddy's like, yeah, we're missing somebody. Like, where is Alex? You know what I'm saying? Nobody seen Alex yet. She's like, yeah, I invited him, but I did not invite Donna. So maybe that has something to do with it. And he gets a phone call, and it's actually Alex calling. Oh wait, I'm sorry. He got a phone call from Walter's lawyer, the private eye he investigated, and he's calling Caesar to tell Caesar like to contact him because he got some information regarding, the situation with the shop. Okay, you know what? I'm just all confused in the world because I'm trying to do something else and I was listening at the same time, which I probably should have just sat and listened. No, it's not Walter's lawyer. It's not Alex calling. It's the lawyer from the Child Protective Services for his case against his daughter, or his daughter against him. Okay. Sorry. I guess it was in a couple episodes ago. They got a letter saying that it was dismissed, but this phone call, it seems like it's not. So that was just to clarify, just what I just said. No, scratch all that. Call from the CPS. Sorry. Okay, so Alex does pull up, um, and production is kind of with him. Like, what you doing? What's going on? They hear Donna yelling at him on his phone because he must have it on speaker, and he's like, "Yeah, Donna, I'm gonna call you back. I'm gonna let me go in here. I'm gonna finish doing this or whatever. Then I'll call you back or whatever." So she's just going off on him. Caesar, Teddy, and Puma comes outside and they're like, what's up, dude? What's going on? How you feeling? You know what I'm saying? Because remember he had COVID, and he's like, yeah, I'm good. I'm straight. What's that? What's that mark on your face? He's like, oh, don't pay attention to that because he has on the mask, right? But there was a scratch somewhere that they seen, and he like, look, I got into a little situation with Donna, and like, dude, what did she done hit you or something? And he like, we was arguing. She came to the bathroom and said, "Why are you brushing your teeth without me?" And he said he didn't respond because why am I brushing my teeth without you? Are we twin? Are we, listen, I do not brush my teeth with my dude. He go in there. When he go in there, I go in there. When I go in there, my son go in there and go in there. We do not all need to be in there spitting together. No, it's not. I'm not that type of girl. I don't need that type of relationship. Look, okay. So he said because I did not give her a response, she flipped out on him, and he said that's where the scratch came into play. Here she pull up. It's like that, huh? Huh, Alex? She get out the car. Huh? What y'all talking about? And they're like, we talking about you and this scratch on his face, girl. And she's like, Caesar, whatever. Y'all don't get in arguments with y'all, girl. Y'all mean to tell me y'all don't get in arguments with y'all, girl? Whatever. We just had a little something. It ain't nothing. Look, I ain't got no nails. Now, she's saying, look, I ain't got no nails. But she has a full set in there. See, this is my natural. So her full set, it was probably like to there. So they're long nails, full set, and you did not scratch them. Okay, so if I did scratch you, it was an accident, or he did that himself. Come on, Alex, you gonna put them in my business? And Caesar's like, come on, let's go talk to the side without her. And she's like, nope, Alex, I can't believe you. You're gonna do this to me. Ugh, it's not really looking good for you, Donna. If you hit that fool, you hit that fool. It means that you got a little anger issues. It means that you might just be a little toxic in your relationship. I'm not going to say you are an abuser because I don't want to put those allegations on you, but you is something, girl. You is something. Okay, so it doesn't really look good for Donna. Production actually steps in and she pulls Alex to the side, one of the producers, and she's like, Alex, look, you need to get away from her, like right now. This is abusive, this is toxic, you need to go. And she's like basically about to break down, like, because she's like, I do not want to watch this. Like, we all looking at this shit and it is not cool. It's not cool, Alex. Here come Donna. What's not going right? What's not cool? What y'all talking about? Y'all talking about me? I didn't abuse him. I'm not. Did I do that, Alex? Are you trying to break up with me, Alex? What's going on, Alex? And she's like, Donna, your ass is toxic as fuck, and I'm telling him that he needs to leave. And she's like, oh, really? Really? Y'all gonna do this on the camera like this? Really? Yeah, because the cameras is rolling. You tripping. You probably shouldn't have pulled up. You should have stayed where you was at and did this off the air. Producer's like, yeah, Alex, tell her what you called me for. He's like, yeah, I called her because I needed a separate room. Why'd you need a separate room? Because I told her that we was going through it and I need to clear my head. Oh, okay. Well, I told you that you had to go because you had COVID. It just made sense, right? Or whatever. Like, no. I'm not the one doing this. It's not me. And then security says, hey, you okay, Alex? And I did, actually, you could see the scar. It was like right here. Like she must have maybe try to smack him and her nail went like that. That's kind of just what it looks like. It was literally right there. And he like, no, I'm good, to the security. And she like, security? Why he need security? Should I have security? Where my security? And they're like, well, you're the one who's being irate, or you know what I'm saying? You're the one in this situation who is the aggressor. He is not being aggressive at this moment. Oh, okay. Well, come on, Alex. I don't like the way y'all trying to do this. Y'all, we gonna talk about this. And she basically grabs him, pushes him, and put him into the car. And we kind of just leave the episode just like this. She pulls Alex off, and I'm like, so does that not look abusive or controlling, Donna? I'm just saying. And everybody's just watching. Like the whole party of them came outside, and everybody is just all up in like, what is going on? What is going on? And they pretty much ended like this. They pull off. The party's over. Everybody's packing up their stuff, and we are going back to New York. So bye-bye, Atlanta. That was the episode. Season, what is this, 8 or 9? Episode 10. I don't know if this was the finale or not. I think I talked long enough, probably longer than I should have, because, lately these shows ain't really been giving you much, but I guess you got to pull something out of anywhere, and I pulled enough. I pulled a lot, actually. So, all right, y'all. See y'all later. Peace and love, and I'll get back to y'all for the next one. And, of course, you can drop some, comments or advice or whatever you want. And, I appreciate it all. Thank you.